Alright, hello everybody, this is Luca Potato Productions. Here we are on the Hytale website. I have a bunch of other places we're visiting today. We're going on a trip throughout the World Wide Web today to figure out when is Hytale being released. That's like the question on everybody's minds right now. So, I have a bunch of sources here that we're going to be using to kind of get an idea of when it's being released. So first of all, I think this is right here. This is the most straightforward source to say when it's coming out. Of course, it's the most vague one, but it says when's Hytale coming out, still to be confirmed. So they really want to get it to people, but they don't want to publish an unreleased game or an unfinished game, of course. So they're going to try to get it as perfect as they can, and they're going to try to ramp up production here so that they can both meet the standards that they want and get the game to everyone as fast as they can. Another thing on the website here is that I think kind of hints at not as soon release. I'm sorry, but can you reserve my username? It says a name reservation system will become available at some point within the next few months. So I would assume that name reservation is going to be out before the actual game, and probably even before the beta, or at the same time as the beta. So that being said, probably not within the next few weeks. I mean, I would assume it would be afterwards, and looking at all the other evidence, I would say that as well. So the next thing I want to talk about is the game finished enough to actually be released? And in the trailer, looking at, they haven't really touched a lot on PvP, and I mean, I saw a few scenes in there that were PvP or fighting monsters or something, but they didn't really put a lot of scenes on that in the trailer, and they said why here. So they want to adjust it, make sure it's perfect before they show everyone how it is. So that's at least one adjustment that's going to be made before the game is out. And what you also might see is that they don't have, say, whether it's going to be free or paid or anything like that figured out yet, or what the minimum specs are. So you can say then that there's still quite a bit more to go in terms of development, optimization, that kind of thing. I want to go over now to the trailer. In the first part of the trailer here, there's not a whole lot of gameplay. I would assume that these scenes at the very beginning here are made using the animation tools inside of Hytale. So I think that those are finished, and I'll show you why in a second here. But first, let's take a look at some of the gameplay parts of the trailer. Here's one, fighting this ogre guy in a swamp, and that shows that they do have some sort of working PvP kind of system in there, but it's not. I mean, of course, they're still going to be very much adjusting it. Here's another one. So there's again more gameplay, and you can see it's first-person view. So I would assume that's gameplay then, that guy actually does throw big snow rocks at you. Sounds fun, right? The next part of gameplay, you can see this wand like throwing a fireball and all this stuff. So I think they do have a lot of the mechanics for fighting down, judging by that. And then after this, it goes into community servers. So it looks like multiplayer they've actually got working quite well, judging by all of this. I doubt they'd script all of that, you know. Mini games, again, there's more PvP here, but not a whole lot to show. And I want to show you guys something. Right, look at this guy right here. Look at this guy. Ready? He's doing the classic Minecraft Bedrock Edition block placing all the way to mid in Skywars. So that's an interesting thing. I mean, again, could be adjusted. And more gameplay of multiplayer things, and it looks like they do have a lot done here. Let's go back to that one. They do have UI working, it seems, at least decently. And more gameplay, and this I believe I can confirm that this is actually in the game. The developers posted a tweet of just a few people watching some reaction videos inside of this little world here, so it's not just this one piece of footage we have another screenshot of it, and someone saying, and another developer pointing out who's who in that picture. We also see a little model creator here, and this is what I want to show you. Make movies. So here we are, and you notice that these little green semi-transparent cubes are here, as well as these little keyframes, I would call them. So again, it looks like they have a decent amount of animation already in the game, and these things trigger these little explosions behind in their positions. And that's pretty much the trailer there. So there's a lot of stuff in there to be gathered, of course. You can look at that more, see what else you can find in that, see if there's anything else I could hint at it. The final piece of evidence that I want to look at for this video is on Twitter. So here's a post by Simon at Hypixel. He says, "We'll be posting quite a few job openings after the holidays for Hytale. It's getting a bit more popular than predicted." So he said that this is for accelerating development, so to get the game to us earlier, but I feel like it would be a little bit illogical to hire a lot more people if the game's already just about finished. I mean, he could have done that, but I feel like that just the fact that he's going to post more job openings for Hytale says that there's probably more development to be done because they're hiring all these new people. Throughout all these replies, there's not a whole lot else except that Simon said, yes, we're accelerating development, and that was said on the frequently asked questions too. Alright, so judging by all this evidence, we already looked at the frequently asked questions, and it appears from that name reservation thing that the game's not going to be out in the next few months, most likely. I mean, I don't work at Hytale, so I have no idea when it'll be out, but I mean, gathering from all this evidence, it looks like they do have a lot done, and the game's been in development for 3 years, which I would say is fairly average for a game development game development time span. So I would say probably in less than a year, hopefully, the game coming out. But of course, the beta would be coming earlier than that. So, and the name reservation thing, maybe it would come with the beta. That would be nice because then the beta would be out in the next few months. I really hope that happens, but no guarantees. And I'm assuming that the beta is going to come out after the whole name reservation system set up. But stay tuned on people's Twitters, on the Hytale website, all that stuff. Check out when the beta is coming out and when the game's going to be coming out. As this game gets closer to release, more and more info will come out about it, and we'll be able to form a more solid conclusion on when the game's going to be released. Alright, so that wraps up the video. I hope this cleared something up. Hey, we live stream every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, so join us then, chill with us, maybe ask me questions if you really want to, play with us, all that stuff. I think that you should subscribe. You know what? I think that's a great idea. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Have a good day / night / neck phase.